this computer. All right, guys. So I'm gonna expand this larger, and then we can watch this as a whole, right? So keep in mind that the recording is being processed, so it doesn't have all the niceties of our of the view. Whoops. There, where are my make it bigger, and then I have my controls here, so I can kind of chat about this a little bit. So let's watch. See if I can zoom in just a little bit here. Can you guys see this without it glitching too much?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. This field is enormous, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is absolutely enormous. There should the spacing, one thing. So so this is the game against Holmes. They beat us the first game for one, I think. They won the Division Two championship in the West on the other bracket. They play very similar to what Montoya is, which is they're fast to the ball and they don't really they sprint at you, right? They literally sprint at you. And if you are scared, if you make slow decisions, it creates a lot of chaos. If you have a bad touch, you will have problems with teams like this. But if you have good touch, with people running at you at the rate that they're running at, changing direction slightly, you'll blow them away. A kid that has technique in this game would shine because the reality is they weren't that impressive. They were more a pressing team. They really didn't have a structure. You look at this situation right here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Seven players are in one quadrant. Seven players are in one quadrant, which means or cover the rest of the field. Win the ball back with Mark right here, right? We win the ball back with Mark. And look at how we attack. How do we attack? How do we attack?
We kept the same side instead of switching play because it was open.
It's so obvious. I was sitting walking through New York, just yelling at my phone, going, are you serious? You hear Jonathan's dad yelling to kick the ball and let him run. Is it the right opportunity for him to run? Maybe. Is it the right opportunity every single time for him to run? No. Where was the coming through the middle? If I rewound it back here, Johnny, you had the ball. Jonathan, not Jonathan, but Johnny had the ball, head down, dribbling straight at the guy. We played, the ball came down on one side and came straight up that side. One simple switch, one simple switch to Landon, to switch over here. Where's Kingston? Kingston should probably be somewhere here. I'll zoom this thing. Where's Kingston? Kingston's not even in position. Kingston's not in position. He's still in our third. He's still in the center third. Where is he out here in this blue line? One pass to Landon, switch to him because he's anticipating the run, and you kill them. This was the entire game. The entire game, we go up one side, we never switch it. The few times that we did switch it, it looked great. So let's watch this. We'll continue to watch this, and I will zoom in. You give it to Kane. Well, first of all, that's a foul. And I'm going to talk to each and every single one of you guys because I actually sat there and watched this game. I was walking around New York and I said, you know what, guys, I'm going to go back to the hotel. And I watched the game. And Kane, with you, 100% kid, you want to start playing at that next level. You want to improve your techniques, got to be 100% better. Not just 10%, not just 5, 100% better. Every single touch that came into you, I don't know why and I'm going to start picking on each and every single one of you because I expect a lot. Every single time the ball comes, it's bouncing. You kick it up again. Why? You'll watch yourself in this game. When you watch it with all the highlights, click on your number. Every single time the ball comes, because it's always in the air, it's bouncing, you kick it back up in the air. By you kicking up in the air, there is no way for you to progress forward at speed. None whatsoever. Your job is to get it on the ground. The goal that you see, the beautiful pass by, I think, Johnny. Hey, Landon, mute the phone. Mute yourself. Landon.
Sorry.
And it's not at the level that we want. Every time you get the ball also, Kane, your body shape is facing the wrong direction. Unless someone leads you with a through ball into a space that heads towards the goal, you do one of two things. You either lose the ball or you slow the play down dramatically because it takes you too long to control it. We need to change that. The body shape of how you collect the ball, the angle at which you run is extremely important. Okay. So you're the first one on this list that I had. So let's watch this. It was a foul. Let's play it.
Lucas, you can get up. Lucas, it's a big field. Don't leave that gap.
So let's stop here real quick. The ball is there. The ball is there. They have how many? They have how many people? 1, 2. Right? We're still walking up. Lucas, why? This guy's not outrunning you at all. He's not. Mark, why are you here? Why is Mark here? Positionally, look at the spacing that we have. Mark should be there. I think Micah is on the field right now. So Micah's in the right position. Mark, where are you? Why are you back here? Are you coming back because Edgar's coming up to do the kick?
Yeah, I did.
Next time, I actually want you to take the kick.
This coach.
Edgar stay back because the reality is Edgar didn't really send the ball in that well anyways, right? So you take it, keep Edgar back here. Noah, you pinch to help Lucas so he's not taking it. And then Landon, for you, why be here? There's already players back here. Scoot back just a little bit. Make them move out so that there's more space for our guys up front, okay? So let's just play this out.
Noah, look for a back door. There's a lot of.
See what I mean? We have problems like hitting the ball. Noah, make sure you're scanning to look here, right? But right there, we just gave the ball away. We were on offense, and then it comes back to our side because of a bad pass.
You gotta open up. You gotta have it.
Look, Kane, see what I mean? Did you see that, Kane? Why are we kicking it back up again? Like, seriously, let's go here. Let's look at it again. This is every single time you get the ball. Why? Bring that ball down, shield it. Okay.
Yes,
And
coach.
then it creates an opportunity. So let the ball come, try to take a light touch, let it drop to the ground and shield the guy. Once you shield the guy, these kids aren't going to push you around if you start shielding, and then you progress it forward on the ground. Do not kick it up in the air again, please.
Yes, coach.
All right. So good job, Landon. Okay. Hey, Landon, right there. This is seriously what I'm talking about. Unless you're leading Kane into this space right here, right? That ball should not have gone to him because it's too easy for this guy to turn and take him. And you know Kane likes to run onto the ball. So you have to know who you're passing to as well. In reality, if you were calm, they would all run after Kane and you would take it across and Kingston would be open. Right? Look at this gap. You dribble across, dribble here, they're all running with Kane, and now it's just completely open. And once here, you have an option for Jonathan, you have an option for Kingston. So my thing is this, boys. From now on, if we're in our third, yes, go quickly into the middle third of the field, right? Once in the middle third, if it comes on the left, go right. I don't even need you to go far one time. I mean, for at least one out of or 4 out of every 5 times, I want you to go across the field. I don't even need you to get up there. How many times did we go straight? How many goals did we score? We didn't score that many. One time, it was a great pass by Jonathan, or by Johnny into Kane. But every other time that we went far, it was negated. Work across. This is spring league. It doesn't mean quite as much, but we need to play our game, right? And look, here's the thing. We have it. Mark's in a position, not moving up. Look how far back we are. 50, half the field. Lucas, you got to push him up. Mark, you got to push up. Micah's running up. Micah's providing the support, right? You need to be next to him. And this is what I'm talking about. If we're finding out that we're running so much and we're getting tired, it's because you're not in the right position.
Yes, coach.
Right? If you're not in the right position, you will always be running. If you're not in the right position defensively, one guy is going to outwork. And all our games seem like we end up losing towards the very end because we run out of gas. This field is enormous. We didn't stay very compact. If you stayed compact, you would have won the game. You would have won the ball quicker in maybe a 10-yard sprint versus a 30 or 40-yard sprint, which takes up a lot of energy to catch up. So Landon, on this one, you're coming from this side. The right way to go about doing it is to be to here, dribbling here. Right? They're all going to run with Kane. By you giving it to Kane, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in front of him. The right play right there, Kane, is just to keep on running, stop the ball, and tap it back to Landon. Landon comes across. We never go back. Our mentality, and the thing that frustrates me on this, is when we played futsal and we came back out and we played LAFC, right? LA International FC, we were looking for the small passes. This game, everybody bypassed the guy that's right there, the 2-man game, and went long. You guys didn't connect more than 5 passes in any sequence that I saw. And that is not how we play. We will not win games playing this way. So let's play this one out. Let's go here, clear drawing. Let's go. He loses it. Okay. All right. That to me right there, Kane, cannot happen. Look at how you played defense on this. Now, take him, take him, take him. Why are you stopping? Now you stop. Look at everybody working the 30 yards, 40 yards. They ran 40 yards. Your teammates ran 40 yards where you could have stopped them here. Let's move back here. Let's move back here. You and Jonathan, look, right here. Jonathan, what are you doing? Why did we give up right there? Why did we give up right there? Your dad even said it, Kane. And because, look, the ball is here. Look at how far we had to defend. You're asking your teammates to run 55 yards to defend something that you could have stopped in 5. That is not playing for your team. Your job, and Kane, you're not a prolific goal scorer. You're not Holland, where we're on Man City and you're just sitting there because you score 3, 4, 5 goals every game. That's not what we are. If you and your dad actually said it, if we rewound this, right? Let's rewind this. He actually says it here. Listen. You're giving up. And because you decide, hey, I'm not going to work. Micah runs 40 yards. Kingston runs 40 yards. Our defense is getting pressed. We're running towards our goal, looking at our goal. This is a recipe for disaster. We can't have this. If you're there and he's within 5 yards and he's in front of you, you work your butt off to tackle him. Foul him there. It's okay. If you foul him there, we walk back, we're in position, we're good. Slide tackle him there, we're good. You cannot do that. And you do this a lot. You actually work very hard on the offense, and on defense, you do that. Jonathan, Rodriguez, you do the same thing. You lose the ball, and maybe you work for it, but then you let it go. And our position in the middle, as they're running in a huge field, if this kid was actually any good at all, I would have killed you guys on this. I would have ran right at Noah, and number 4, if he was smart, would have taken a run towards the goal behind. I would have slipped him, and he would have been one-on-one with Andre. But this is small things. Yes, you don't think that's a huge thing right there, guys, but against an EA team, against a Flight 1 team in a tournament, that's 1-0 down. That play right there, 1-0 down. We can't do that, okay? So let's watch. Right? Let's look again. So look at where we are, okay? Mark, tired, standing right next to Lucas. Micah, you're in a decent position. I would have rather you slip here. You see this triangle that they have? Slip right there. Mark, you see that? You slip right there. Right on the other side of the ref. And then Landon, back up here. Now you split them. What formation are they playing? Does anyone know? They always attack with 3. The 2 wingers. That means they're playing. Look at this. This is Andre. You could have gotten it here. Jonathan's 101. But look at, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 defender, 3 up front, 1, 2, 3 up front, 1 center mid. They're playing like this weird 3-4-3. We have 5 in the middle. That means so here's your triangle. Look at the triangle. And this is what I'm talking about, using your brain and not just your physicality, Mark. You run yourself ragged every game. Look at the triangle that we have. To you. Is that even a triangle? That looks like a line. Where's the option? Where are the options? You instantly, so Micah right here, Mark right there, Landon right there. Look, triangle, guys, triangle, right? You need to be disciplined on how we move. So I'm going to clear this again. And ask me questions. I'm gonna kind of go down the list here, and we're not even gonna watch that much, to be honest, because this repeats itself over and over again. Mark is standing next. Now we're in a line again. Now we're in a line. So let's go, right? Look where Kingston is, Micah. Look where Kingston is. You go one-on-one, you pass it out here. Look, you pass it out here. He runs up. This guy comes out. Jonathan runs this way. The ball goes here. Right? Does that make sense?
Yes, coach.
Right? And Mark, if you were here, the option could have been to Mark. Mark takes it up. Jonathan goes out to the wing. Jonathan runs this way. Johnny goes out to the wing, and then you can slot him. We got to look for these. Watch what we did here. We went long, and guess what happened? Boom. Jonathan goes running. Jonathan fights for it. They get the ball back. They get the ball back. He's going to pass it out here. This guy is actually a smart player, 14. He's actually a smart player. Right? And now what are we doing? And now what are we doing? You kept the ball for 1 second. Mark's sitting there huffing and puffing in the back. I just ran 40 yards to defend. We get the ball back. Boom, it goes long. And guess what? They win it. And right away, it's right down our throat again. And we're running on defense. On defense, you have to run. On offense, you can choose to run, right? If you choose to run, we just keep it. We're knocking it around. We're resting. We're frustrating the other team. Now, I know we're sort of struggling here a little bit. This field is enormous, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In a span of less than 10 yards. There's nobody here. I mean, they are in a bad position, but the reality is 1 or 2 guys could have won that back. And we're already, remember what I said, you're playing defense, you're thinking offense. You're playing offense, you're thinking defense. So you're looking around to see if there's balance to the field. Now, let's say we get this ball back. What options do we have? Every single option is right here, right? Every single option is right in front of you. Within 5 yards, are you playing a rondo? I would love it if you were, but that's not what happens.
Go out.
Right?
You got Kingston here?
Good, Landon. That's the perfect idea. But look at what happened to Landon. That's actually a perfect idea. He gets it. Where are all his options? He did the right thing. Switch the field. Where's Johnny? Johnny, where are you? You're standing above the forward. You're standing above the forward. If you were out here, if you made that run back, you're out here. Look at that. Look at that track. He actually made the right run. The only option that he had was Mark, but the reality is this guy was standing right next to Mark. Let's play it here. No, Mark, you start running now. He has the ball. He should have moved into that open space already. So can I ask you something? How often do you actually have the ball at your feet in a game? Mark,
Probably like in total like 2 minutes or
less.
less.
The way we play, I would say maybe a minute. So if it's a minute on the ball and the game is an hour or 75 minutes long, what are you doing for the other 74 minutes, guys?
You're
What are we doing?
shifting,
Yeah.
sliding.
Can I ask you this other question? In this whole field, what does everybody want?
The ball.
Absolutely. You want the ball. The only way you're going to get the ball is if someone looks up, sees you, and you're open. Right? So I think Landon actually did the right thing here. He looked down here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means there's 8. That means there's 3 guys on the other, or 2 guys on the other, and a keeper. He's doing the right play. Now, everyone's going to look at him and say, why'd you lose the ball? It's not his fault. Where is the option right here? Where is Johnny? And if Johnny, if you were there, that means this guy's following. That means Kane has one-on-one with this guy into this space out here. You cannot play the game of soccer with half a brain, meaning it's half asleep. You have to be awake all the time. If you don't want to be tired, you're already in the right position. If you are tired, you stand in a situation that forces the ball to go somewhere else, right? And we don't do this very well. This game was so frustrating for me. I was walking around Chelsea in New York yelling at my phone. And we have to be smarter than that, okay? And we'll talk more about this, and you can ask me questions on where you need to move, but this is just the frustration that I see. So let's say he loses it now. Now everybody's running. Good thing Mark's fast, but you just made 4 sprints in the last 5 minutes. The ball's over here. Kingston's watching, right? People are walking. Jonathan's not even on sides at this point. So if we won it back and they played it, you're off sides, Jonathan. Right? Unless you're in the offside position because we are switching the ball. Now, this is something that's way more advanced than you guys are ever going to know. But as a forward, you sometimes play in the offsides position because you know your team is switching. As they switch the ball, you get onsides because they attack and now you're at advantage. So now the defender has to run up and back to guard you. But that's way more advanced than where you are. But in this situation, Mark just ran a 40-yard sprint, was resting because he couldn't get into position on time, and now he's forced to run again. So the other thing I have to say is, you guys, besides Landon, literally everybody's touch was horse manure. Like, you watch this game. Noah, every time the ball comes to your foot, it's 5 feet in the air. Every time we had the ball, we're dribbling it and we're like chasing the ball. There is an open pass. We're passing to the other team. Like, and you're okay with that? It's not okay with me because I know we're better than that. That's why from now on, when we train by ourselves against one another. These practices that you're going to eventually be in is going to be tougher than the game. It's going to be tougher in the game. I expect you guys to be physical on each other. I expect you to have and if someone, you better wear your shin guards. If someone has a bad touch, teach them a lesson. And this goes for the other team. The game of soccer isn't played just on the field. It's played here. It's you mentally manipulating your opponent and making him fear you for whatever reason. If you're small, fear your skills. If you're big, dominate physically. You made it so easy for this team to play. At the end of the day, both teams scored on the other team's mistakes. Right? We have to create our opportunity and score because we created it. That is the next level. Because if you play a team like this that just runs and is physical, it's hard for you guys to play. Because technique-wise, you have to be very clean to create issues for them. Okay? So I'm going to continue to play. Good. Johnny, that's awesome that you went through them. Switch. Fine. No. Hey, I'm not even going to go. Like, you're in their last third. You're in the offensive third. You're going to hit a through ball into zone 8. What do you think is going to happen, Jonathan? What do you think is going to happen, Johnny? Exactly what happens here. The keeper picks it up. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players on that side. Let's rewind it a little bit. The first thing is, let's talk through it. You got lucky to go by him. That's good skills right there. Stop right there. Where's Micah? Micah is completely open. Completely open. That's the up, back, through. Guess where it's going to go through? Why is Kingston standing there? What are you going to do right there, Kingston? What if you went out here and the ball actually comes back to Micah because he's yelling his head off, and Micah opens his hips and sends it to you here? Two things happen. You receive the ball facing the way you're actually about to go. You're not opening into the defender. You're facing him. The ball comes out to you. The defender's right here. That means you take the ball and you attack the defender at his own goal. It's a one-on-one. The next closest guy is 30 yards away from him. But no, Johnny wants to go direct into zone 8, right? If we did this here, out here, and you receive the ball with your body open like that, the ball is going to come in, the defender is going to come, you're attacking the defender, making him back attack fast, putting him on his heel, dropping a shoulder to go inside, he falls, you go back outside to your right foot, the keeper slides, you slot it in the opposite corner. 1-0. But we choose decisions you make. And I wish they had the map up here. So if this is the field right here, right? And this is the half field. In our instance right now, every single player on the team is right there. Kingston, you are standing right here, right? Here's the box. If you moved out here, the ball comes back to Micah. Micah sends a hard pass to you. Defender slides. You're taking him straight at goal. You're not even going down the wing to cross it. Why are we not looking for that opportunity? Johnny, when you looked up, did you not see 5 players on that side? And what did we always say? When you see 5 players, where's the option? The other side. So from now on, and this is going to be how we play against the Culver City team. I want you to do this. Ball comes out here, so we're in zone 1, right? And this is the first third, second third, final third. Ball's on this side, it comes out. We try to move it into this half. The minute we're in zone 2, I need the ball to go this way. If I'm in zone 2, and if I get to you, Johnny, and every single time you go up, I want to pull you out. You can sit next to me and watch the game. And this goes for everybody. It needs to go here, over, up. I don't care if Jonathan's dad's yelling, he's completely open. Chances are he's not, because you guys tried it like 10 times. Like, dude, 50 times this game. How many goals did Jonathan score? Not to say Jonathan's a bad player. I know there's opportunities if it's not clearly a one-on-one or you're sending him into space to run, I want that ball to go across. Okay? So let's delete this and let's continue to watch. We're barely like 3 minutes into the game, and I spent almost an hour. We got to change. There's no way that you guys are going to win anything like this. Skills. You guys, our skills right now are probably at a 7 or maybe a 6, 6.5. I need it to be at a 9. The program that I gave you for at home, we don't train on Wednesday. Go outside and do it. Get 200 passes on your left or on your right or on your strong, and 300 on your left. We made too many bad passes. And then once you guys get that down and we can actually connect passes, then I can teach you tactics, because then the game becomes easier because the touch is here and you can actually look up. If we played this way against LAFC, or if we play this way against TFA, the score is 6-0, 9-0. We lose. Okay. Go. Yeah. And now we're on defense again. Kane, or Kingston, how'd you score that goal? I know you're on.
Hey,
How'd you-
Coach Kingston's actually on a field trip with
he is okay. I
his,
saw him there.
his mom and I are on actually.
Oh, okay. Kingston, and I'll say this: Kingston scored this goal because his touch on the very trap was decent. That's how he scored. Right? Let's go look back. And luckily it was a kind of a looper, but watch how that was a decent touch. 3 steps. 1, 2, 4 steps. Right? For once, you gotta lose it. I mean, is this Holmes teams doing anything passing, connecting passes? No. Their skill level is a 7, I would say. Ours is about a 6.5. So some of their players, especially their midfield and wingers, are actually quite technical. The reason why they couldn't beat us that well is because Lucas is so fast and Mark is so fast. But if we played our game, we would have made them run silly. Right? We're going to play on Expo. We're going to play on Westwood. We need to have the ability to do that. Okay, let's play this.
No shots!
And they scored on us on a loop. So let's look at this. Let's look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. We outnumber them 2-1 because they only have 3. It gets into our danger area, which is the 18, top of the 18, hyper focus, closing space. I mean, it was in your 9v9 intelligence thing. Look what happens. Let me see if I can zoom in a little more so we can see it. Okay. Edgar. First of all, why are you swinging at this ball? Watch. Edgar comes. We have it right here. Why did he swing? Did you not notice this? Here's something to think about. He didn't know where everybody was. Look at the space that he has out here. That's probably because of the angle, you can't see it. There's 20 yards with nobody on the other side. All he had to do was turn and go left or go to his right instead of swinging it. He swings at it, right? And then misses it. This guy gets it. Noah, you are 8 yards away from him. 6 maybe. I'll give you the benefit of 6 yards from him. As a defender, right in our 18, you see it as, oh, he's not getting it, but he does. If you were here, where's my marker? If you were here, goal wouldn't have happened at all. I'm not saying it's your fault. If Edgar didn't swing and just was calm enough to turn and dribble out the other way, but because he doesn't have a left foot and he's so right dominant, he decides to take that swing, right? So let's play this out.
Yes, coach.
He misses it. Look, if you were there, no goal.
No shots.
I love the loopers. They always get it. In the goal. It's not, was that a beautiful play? We had 6 guys. They have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy's not even in the play. How is anybody scoring on us immediately after a goal? You know what? Here's the rule of thumb. After you score is the most likely time that the other team scores because your mental state goes down. You think, oh, we scored. I can relax. Right? No, you can't. Perfect opportunity for us to beat a team that spanked us and laughed at us when one of our boys got hurt. And here we are getting tied up pretty much 1 minute into the second half. 1 minute after we scored our goal. Can't have that happen. If this is a tournament, this is a difference between 3 points and 1 point right here. Okay? We have to learn how to win, guys. And I'm hard on you because you're the A team. If you weren't the A team, I'd be like, hey, we take time. But no, dude, everyone's watching us. This entire club is watching us. We're trying to dictate a rhythm. We're trying to dictate a style. Everybody is looking and going, hey, Coach Luan is the director. He's telling us to play this way. Are his boys playing? If anyone watched this game, they'd be like, what are you talking about? You're telling us to play this way and look at your team, right? And I'm not putting that pressure on you, but I'm just giving you the reality of what the pressure of the A team is going to be. So they score. Let's watch this. Bring it up. Let's do this again. Really, Mark? Are you serious? First of all, let's go back. Look at your technique. You're going to step and fall. Where's the balance? How are you? You will never hit a ball if you're not balanced. You're leaning way back. There is no pressure there whatsoever. We had the ball on a kickoff and you gave it to him immediately. Like there was no pressure on you. There literally was no pressure on you. And what are you looking to hit a home run for? They have guys in the back. What were you looking at on that one? Just curious. Do you remember?
I think I was looking for Kane. Um,
For Kane?
yeah, but
You could have faked it and just kept it. Johnny, first of all, our wingers play two. Look at this is our winger right here. Johnny, we need to be wide, guys. When you're here, I'm telling you, when you're wide, you'll have all the time in the world on these fields. Kingston, you too. Why are you in here, Kingston? That's the question, right? On that offensive play, Mark should have just gone wide and just played through. Unless there was a clear and obvious, and there isn't anything, because even if Kane got it here, this guy beyond him, there's two guys, the odds aren't there. And he's not in an advantageous location to exploit. You got to know what your players are. Kane likes to run onto the ball. If you send him a through ball towards goal, he's actually extremely calm in front of goal. He has a finisher's mentality in front of goal. He slots it every time, almost every single time, right? But he likes to run onto it. And when you pass it to him with him checking in, he's going to give it right back to you because he doesn't feel that comfortable with his turns yet. Jonathan here likes to run onto the ball, but he wants to bait people in so that they're off balance so he can cut and then go on. You have to understand that. So if you know that you pass him the ball, don't stand there. He's looking for that pass back to you if the cut's not there, right? So move into the space for him. You have to understand who you're playing with. Johnny, heads down. You know you get him the ball. If you're not screaming at him that you're open, his head's down and he's going to try to go. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just who he is right now. But you have to understand that. So Micah, in that last play that we talked about, if you just said, yo, I'm here, open, switch, right? There's too many people in front of you. Then he stops. Then he pulls it back. It runs through. We're either horseshoeing or probing across, right? Noah, right foot. He feels comfortable. He'll always open to his right. And he's going to try to push it and run. But he looks for the pass first before he does that. Landon always looks for the pass. He's trying to get it away from him so he's not run over by these big guys. So if you're next to him, the minute he gets it, you got to be moving. You got to open up for him. I told him, of all our players on this team, he's the only guy that actually gets the ball and has the ability to make one cut, turn, and look the opposite direction. So my thing with him now is that whenever you get it, if you get it on the right, make sure you find the open space to go left. His job in the middle, 4, 5, 6, is to switch the field. And we need to leverage him more to play through that middle with not running away from him, right? Showing so he'll find you. He will find you. He's looking for that 1-2 to avoid the guy that's running. Usually the other midfield is very, very strong, very big, typically, right? So Mark, Micah, Benji, you have to instantly provide that release pressure. So if he turns and there's nothing up, he can drop it to you and shift. And play amongst yourselves, please. If you kick the ball 40 yards, it's not coming back to you. Right? If you pass 10 yards, it might come back to you. Think about it that way. You want to be on the ball. You guys are all looking for the grand slam. We can't do that. Let's play.
Go.
And Jonathan, please stop doing that. Stop doing that cut. Once in a while, fake that cut, fake it, and push it back out. Push it out. When you were playing futsal, you were doing it a lot more because you couldn't cut like that all the time. You actually have very nice skills to not cut across your body. Let's see. Well, I'll go back a little more. This one right here, Micah, you should have cleaned him. This is where you meet the man in the ball. Right there. Right? Why is he touching it by you? Go through the ball. There was a play in this game where Mark went through the guy. He got a yellow card. But that was the right play. It wasn't dirty. He just went through it hard. Micah, on that one, if you took him out, we reset, no harm, no foul. By just going for the ball on that one, right? Instead, by going through here, it creates a little more stress for Noah in this case. If Noah missed it, we got Lucas, but the reality is you should have won that ball. No, please don't cut that. Good job. Good job, Kingston. Now watch. Seriously? He'll come out here and this is the ball that you give after you've done all that wonderful work, Kingston, right? Where should the ball have gone? Right here. You're passing the ball here, not here. You're passing the ball here with a nice weight for him to run down. And now it's a one-on-one. Kane's coming, Landon's coming, Johnny's coming on the far. That could have been a goal. So Kingston won the ball, which instantly gives us from an odds perspective, like a 60 to 70% chance of scoring. Why? Looking back at their goal, looking back at their goal, looking back at their goal, running across, right? This is the only guy that has the ball facing him. This ball, if he did this pass versus this pass, we would have been on, and it would be very dangerous because now this guy, Kane's moving in here, shifting this guy in. Johnny sees the opportunity and sprints his butt off for this down here. Right? Jonathan would cut this guy, send the ball across to Johnny or Kane for the score. Like this is all played out in your head. But no, that's not what happens. Because this is what happens. Off balance. Right? He kicks the ball, and yes, the momentum is going that way, but he should be balanced. He shouldn't be falling like that. There's no need for that, right? This was an easy ball, but it didn't work out that way. Anyway, that's good. The opportunity is gone.
Shoot it.
So Johnny, on that one, you were reaching for the ball, right? And because you're reaching for the ball, you're never going to hit it right. Watch how you reach for it. I don't know what, like, seriously, like, we need to get someone that can hit the ball into this space right here. right on the 6-yard box, dead center between penalty spot and goal. Payne. Payne. Look at your touch. This was actually a decent play. I don't know if you ran this one. Johnny runs through, you actually check in.
Good.
You're in the box as a forward. You're in the box as a forward. There's no way. There's no way that ball bounces. There's no way you miss that trap. It has to be a trap, right? So this is part of the technique aspect. Now, one thing with you, Kane, is your footwork in terms of shooting, like in the game as a forward, on average, they get about 5 shots. 5. It's not like you get 20 shots. It's not whatever. So when you do get your shot, the technique has to be there. You have to put it on target. Just the fact that it's on target, you might score. But look at the way you swing at the ball. I know there's people coming here, but this is just there's other situations in this game where the ball comes and you're swinging at it just to swing at it versus swinging at it with a purpose to try and score, right? I think the technique here and the footwork definitely needs to be worked on.
This one. Line kicks on it.
Good. Micah, good check-in. Kingston, running with somebody. All right, let's see what happens here.
We're fighting Micah or Lamb. Good. Now you got it. Good. 1, 2. Send
Good.
it to him. Send it.
Go back. Let's see this again.
Good.
Awesome. That's a one touch, Kingston. That's a one touch. Right here and instantly go. There's nobody behind you. Instantly go. You touch here, turn and go right away.
You got it. Good. 1, 2. Send it to him. Send it.
Right? Because what the way
Good. I like that.
the way passers see the passing opportunity is based on the motion and the action of the runners in front of them. If you run fast, if you look like you're moving fast, they'll lead you further. If you look like you're moving slow, they'll put more to your feet, right? On that one, even though it's fine to do the 2-touch, that 1 touch would have froze that defender for you to go, right? Which means the guy behind that ends up breaking up this play would have chased you already, which means now Noah can actually take that space where he just left and continue to go. Now it's a 2-on-1 situation or 3-on-2 situation. And then it makes the defender make a decision versus you making the decision for the defender, right? As an offensive player, remember this, you always want to put the defender in a quandary. Do I do this or do I do this? That's how you manipulate them. If you go early because there's an advantage, he knows there's only one thing. I got to get to Kingston. I got to tackle the ball, right? But if you think about it, if you get a situation where he's moving with the ball, now he's chasing the player, do I go with the ball or do I keep the runner? And because Kingston's pulling him, Noah could have kept on going, which is what TFA did to us when we played on Obama. Our defender kept it instead of him passing it early, which he could have. The defender kept on going with it and drove 3/4 of the field into our space, right? So Landon gets it here. We're going to end it pretty soon. Don't worry. Good. Johnny is not out in the position. It's too close. Again, Johnny, you got to play wide, kid. Kingston too. Our wingers need to be wide. And if you're wide and you receive a ball, the defender's running 20 yards at you and you're coming at him with speed, it's very easy to beat him. Okay? You want to come close, but the reality is stay wide. It makes your life so much easier. So Landon, please, all our players can trap the ball. Well, that's not true. Expect our players to trap the ball. Give them a hard ball, right? A nice weighted ball. This could have been a disaster. You did the right thing, could have been a disaster because you made that pass. You have to be aware as a midfielder, and we've talked about this, that scanning and understanding where everybody, dude, you have one of the higher skills on the team. There should be no rushing. There should be no bad passes. If a player comes, you're going to be able to cut. You're going to be able to shield. You're going to be able to turn around. And you need to have that confidence in order to run and be the hub in the middle. The more you get the ball and give the ball, the more people are going to like, oh, I get the ball back a lot when I pass it to Landon. So I'm going to look for him so that I can get it back if I'm moving, right? That's how you create chemistry with your team as a midfielder. You distribute. Everyone gets the ball. Everyone gets the ball. So keep that in mind. This one should have given a way harder pass. Good thing Lucas is just very fast. Covered it. And here it's really bad. If he's so Landon, on that one play, let's go back. Noah is not in position. It's a 3-on-3. He could have just laid it here for this guy to run, right? He could have laid it in here, this guy to run. If he laid it back, this guy passes it over here, we're done. But they're not that skilled. For a good skilled team, this is a bad situation. When everybody is running towards our goal with the ball, chasing the ball, we have no idea. Noah couldn't get back. So watch. If he was calm, he passes it to 11, 11 passes it to 10 or 16 over here, we're done. That's a guaranteed goal right in front of net. Or if he's smart, he leads the ball from that angle in front in this area right here for this guy to go. Andre's not coming out for that. Right? But he chooses to take a shot, which is the worst option. And everyone's cheering that Andre did a good job, but the reality is we were in a bad situation right there. We got lucky. That's the second bad pass that Kingston did. Same situation as last time. That's a simple pass, guys. We can't make those mistakes. If they tackle it off you, awesome. So Kane, right there. Right here, Kane checks in. Get low. Trap it, get low. Box that guy out. He pushes you on this side, roll him. And now you have an open space, right? The touch here wasn't bad. When you trap that one, trap it in front of you a little bit so that you can move to it. So then you can get a sense of where he is. But on this one, watch what happened. Shield right there. Shield. Shield him. Step. Boom. Step in front of him right there. He would have hit you, fall, foul, get back in, right? Kingston, call for him. Kingston, call for him. You were his outlet option.
Play it to Noah.
Good. Way to be. Very good confidence. Oh my gosh, Micah. That was such an opportunity. Let's go back here. That's brilliant. What were you trying to do? Just curious. Were you trying to get Johnny through this space right here?
I was trying to hit it with the outside of my right foot to, yeah.
Is Kane open?
Yes.
Was Landon open? Potentially, if you kept on going. Because I don't think this guy comes to you. Now he's coming to you. This is where Kingston should have ran. And you could have slotted Kingston down here for him to come in. And now it's 1, 2 with a guy behind, 2 against 2. That's good odds, right? Kingston. Well, let's see what Kingston did before that. You get it here. You make that run. Kingston should have been yelling at you right there. Hey, down the line, down the line. And you don't make that pass until this guy comes, right? Or you could pass it here. If the minute this ball comes here, Kane already knows that Jonathan's there. It goes, watch what happens here. You play it right to his feet. And in the very first touch, he leads it into the goal for him to run behind the defense. This is almost like up back through, right? Remember when we're talking about the low block? When we're in the low block, remember when we walked through that whole situation, they're sitting in the back. How do you beat in the back? Right now, your angle, there's no angle. You pass it to the front, it becomes like this, right? It goes from this to this because you made that pass to the front, right? And then if Kane is calm, that pass could have happened. If he takes an open hip touch, he could have struck the ball or he could have swung it to Landon on the opposite side. Options. This is a very good opportunity because you made a very good decision on beating these 2 guys. You left 2 guys in the dust. Actually, 3, if you think about it. On one movement, you beat 3 guys. Now they're scrambling. Now you got to make this guy make a decision. Do I come to you? Or do I stay with my man? Or what do I do? Right? That was a very good play, though. Very good play. Here, we'll stop it after this one. Oh, and then the opportunity is gone. But you see where the opportunities are? Like you got to think about it from the perspective of wanting to, or not wanting, but be comfortable on the ball. Okay. Anyways, I will stop it here because we're at the hour. I want to just ask, does that make sense? What I just shared with you? Here, actually, you know what? I'm going to do something real quick. YouTube. Does anyone have questions? Does it make sense what I'm talking about? Barca under 12 versus Real Madrid. Can we watch this real quick? Just real quick.
Yeah.
Here, let me share this real quick again. And let's see how they play at your age, right? And these guys are future professionals. But let's see how they play. Let's go into the game. If you picking the ball up, is it horseshoe? 100% is horseshoe. Where does he go? Right back? Are they rushing? because he saw the opportunity. Let's see. Let's see what Real Madrid does. What a great touch. Open hips, right to him. Watch the patience. Are they rushing? Are they saying, oh, I have to, he stops the ball. Like Protetta passes the ball, shields it. This is how we need to play, boys. This is what we want to get to, right? When we have to clear it, we have to. They try to keep it on the ground, right? Release pressure. Switch the field. Nope, you got in trouble because you didn't switch the field. Switch the field. Overlapping run. Send them. Their crosses. It's almost like everything that we talked about or the drawings that I showed you, the logic in their mind, they already know, right? And part of it is because the technique is already there. It's not like they have to think about, hey, I gotta trap this ball. Hey, I gotta pass it straight to somebody. No, that's all the normal stuff that they work on every day. And then now, because they have that as a part of there's a girl playing. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Good touch. Look at where is he going big? Is he going long? No, he's driving in, making the defender make a decision. Good pass. Johnny, was he wide? Yes. Now he's attacking somebody. This is attractive to watch. This is extremely attractive to watch. They have hundreds of people in the stands watching this because it's attractive football. We'll watch about 5 minutes and then we'll shut. Do they clear it now? We'll try to get it on the ground. Every single touch is nice and clean. Good defensive positioning. Next slide. This is you. This is your age, guys. Wow. The technique gets the ball into the box. I think they're playing 99. No, maybe it's 11. Yeah, it's 11v11. They don't, like the other thing is they never hesitate. When the ball's there, they close that space very rapidly. Yielding. Confidence to shield. Right there, that's the foul. Every pass is on. What a ball. What a ball. That's the blitz situation. This is the same age as you guys, right? This is what we kind of want to try to do. They keep it relatively simple. They're not making it complicated. You don't see guys really doing crazy moves or anything. They just turn around and they find the open space. Everybody else that's around the ball moves to get into a space, and they have good touch. Even at that age, that guy didn't have a good touch. Guess what? The ball went out of bounds. But if you notice, he's stepping in because he had a bad touch to try to be physical, right? Switch the play, go back. Up back through. That person made the run ahead of time. Wow, nice Coqueta. With a purpose, movement with a purpose, guys. Number 10 is a girl. You notice that Barca plays across the field a lot more, and Madrid is they're going up to their point man and then dropping it back. Two very different styles. So he turn, and guess where they go? Release pressure, back, switch the field. Right? Overlapping run. Cross. Why go forward? He sees, switch the field. We'll stop at 10. Let's play point. It's the same thing. Again, their game plan is to go up top, drop it back, up back through, right? That's how they move the ball. What a ball. Up, back, through. UBT beats the lines and almost created a goal for Real Madrid right there. You got to understand what that up back through is. That is the best way to beat lines in soccer. The reason why they're playing, so I'll stop it here because there's no need for us to watch them play. I just wanted to kind of share with you the idea behind it. So just watching this game, Barca presses high. As you press high, you go directly over the top to a forward with the midfield turn into that half space in between the lines, and then they attack, and then the wingers run. That's exactly what Real Madrid's doing. Barca, they keep the ball. They have their higher technical team than Madrid in this view. And what they do is they attack a side, they swing across, and then they attack the opposite side. How many times did they swing back and forth? Once, right? At this age, once. If we did once or twice, you would kill people. Yeah. So if I was coaching that team, everything that I said, they're doing. Everything that I've told you guys, they're doing. Right? Why aren't we doing it? Are we better than FC Barca? I would love us to be. I'd love us to compete against these guys, but are we better than them? No. Then why are we not doing if they were that good and the way to play is direct, 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 every time take the guy, stay on the same wing. Do you think this game would be a fun game to watch? Do you think there would be 1,000 people in the stands watching it? No. This is why I'm not creating or saying anything difficult for us, right? It's very simple for us. Be patient, find the closest guy. If there's an opportunity, then yes, go forward. But generally speaking, when we get into the 4-5-6 zone, if you're going up one side, I want it to go across. And then we attack the other side. Because chances are in a big field like Expo, they're not shifting in time. I want to stop up, 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 and then hit a wall, lose it, and then run like we are. That's not how we do it. Mark, you need to shift yourself up into a position where when we defend, we win it back within the first 10 yards of them attacking.
Yes, coach.
Right? Same with Benjamin. Same with, so when we're watching this, we see that Micah is actually sitting in the right positions. He's sitting in the right positions, right? Now you, Micah, need to anticipate where the ball is going to be. Don't just react, anticipate where it's going to be. And Mark, you don't need to anticipate quite as much, but being in the right position will save you a lot of energy. Jonathan and Kingston, when you're on the wing, or Noah on the wing, or Landon on the wing, I want you on the sidelines. Be disciplined. Don't worry. Like defensively, yes, pinch in. Offensively, out. Not up and down. Out. Because why? It spreads the entire field. And when you do get the ball, you're going to get it with like 15, 20 yards before anyone is going to get to you. So you'll have complete control attacking him as he's coming. That's exactly what you want. You don't want to be inside and then get the ball with someone 5. That's the midfielder's job. Landon, when you get it, scan, because when we saw on our video, everybody is on that side of the field. So if the ball comes to you, find a way. And your way is, where's the open space? Where's the closest man? If the closest man's here, I turn this way. If the closest man's here, I turn this way. And switch. Don't run away from them. So if we draw a line across the field where the ball is, the winger should be within 10 yards up or back of that line. They shouldn't be 20 yards above unless there's a full advantage. But if it's going in the 4-5-6 zone, keep that as a rule of thumb, right? Jonathan, I know you want to play up front, and I know and I'll find the opportunities for you. But when you're out there, I've seen a marked improvement in your one-on-one ability. But it's not every single time. Be patient. Swing it across. Let them all shift so that you can get it back. You don't need 10 opportunities to score 1 goal. You only need 1 opportunity that's really good to score 1 goal, right? And Jonathan, it's the same thing with you. Just because the outside is yelling, kick the ball to Jonathan and run, doesn't mean we do it. If he's one-on-one, fine. If Kane's one-on-one, fine. If there's a lot of guys around him, move the ball across. Find the open space for them to run into and then fill the space behind them. Okay? All right, guys. That's all I have for today. It's a little longer than I wanted to go, but I was so frustrated watching you guys play. We went from, I thought it was a marked improvement, to going away from our futsal mentality, which is finding that quick pass and releasing pressure, to trying to win or hit home runs every 25, 30 yards. That's not what we play. We need to change that up. Okay? I'm going to stop.